Hi, Eric Bakker with Candida Crusher. Frequently asked questions. Here is a question I received from a lady in Auckland, New Zealand. Why is my vagina so itchy? What can I do to relieve the itchiness of my vaginal itching? There are many reasons why vaginal itching may occur. Here are some of the best solutions, which I'm going to read out to you from my book, 11 different solutions, which I think are some of the best you can try. If it's important, if you get recurring itching, certainly to get checked out by your doctor or gynecologist to make sure that there are no underlying problems there. The first thing to do is to avoid sexual relations with a person, particularly if you have a genital infection or itch, just in case you're passing a condition on to somebody else and they're going to pass it back to you. So that's one of the first things you do until you resolve the issue, is refrain from intimate relations. If you've got repeated issues with vaginal itching, be careful of tight clothing in the area and wear more loose clothing. It makes sense. Third issue is avoid nylon underclothing. So wear cotton that can breathe. This is very important to do. It's going to allow more air to the area. So wear cotton garments and loose garments. Use non-perfume soap and be careful of any hygiene products you use which may aggravate or irritate the area. Avoid douches. I have a couple of, in chapter 5 in Candida Crusher, there's a whole chapter on chronic vaginal candidiasis, which will give you some very good approaches to vaginal yeast infection. There's my two-step approach, which is excellent, which works in clearing up a chronic vaginal infection in a few months. If you follow it carefully, you'll get outstanding results, particularly if you've been diagnosed with a vaginal yeast infection. So when at home, when you can, leave undergarments off as often as you can to allow air to circulate through the region. That makes sense too. Be particularly careful if you're using any toys during sexual relations. Don't laugh here, but I once worked with a doctor and I saw quite a lot of gay and lesbian patients and patients who were involved in these sorts of things, and I found sometimes that using vibrators or sex toys could create a huge problem with people, so be sure that these things are clean when you use them. Watch out for scratching or rubbing irritated tissue around the vagina. This can cause a lot of problem too. You could also be more prone to infections if you do those sorts of things. So keep your fingernails short and watch for scratching or rubbing. As I mentioned previous, if you can't resolve the condition very soon, you need to get expert opinion. Go to your doctor or gynecologist, have a smear test done, get checked out to make sure that you find the cause of this chronic itching. Are you menopausal or postmenopausal? This is an interesting question. Itching can occur there due to a thinning of the vaginal tissue due to low estrogen. So again, you may need to get a blood test or hormone or salivary hormone test to determine what your estrogen and progesterone levels are like, and maybe have that balanced, if need be. But please do have a look at my book, Candida Crusher. There are many solutions for vaginal itching in this book. Chapter 5 has particularly got good information for the female in it. So I hope that answers your question. Thank you.